Dr. Metzler, if I could ask, and I don't have the number in front of me to do it, although it should be sitting right here. I think you said a short time ago that about how important, necessary it is to have the sprinklers for Sandown North into approved now in this budget. And I'm curious, one, why isn't that something that was in a first draft budget if it was something that was important to the district? And then two, why is that something, in your view, that should be approved as part of a bottom line budget as opposed to a warrant article?
Good question. I did speak with Mr. Hughes, and this has been, there are many items that are back burner items. So it's, we have, if you've looked at our facilities, which is a very tight budget, several, you sit on the facilities, things get pushed out 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. What really heightened the awareness to this was really the directive on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and in terms of taking a look. And then, really, the residents of Sandown, randomly having opportunities to meet with individuals, some people sending emails, whether to my personal emails or whether to the district emails or to other people and forwarding. Wasn't, being honest, these are the kinds of things you find out when you start looking into these things. I also found out that Danville does not have a sprinkler system. So I would argue a wood frame building built in the middle of the woods should have a sprinkler system. I also think it should have 2 boilers. It only has 1 boiler, and those of you that have children at Sandown North know that we last year had to shut down for a day, because why don't we just use the backup boiler? We don't have backup boilers in New Hampshire, so the schools are built with 1 boiler. But that's really the reason. And I whether the 4th or 5th grade are there or not, I believe that those two buildings need sprinkler systems. Now, I don't want to make people any more alarmed than, the fire alarms, they save people, they get the people out, and then the sprinklers save the building. I mean, really, to protect the investment of the building, I think it's important. It's pricey primarily because the water, I guess, to get there, and we need a holding tank of 30,000 gallons, 60,000 gallons, so there it is, it's double, in addition to, retrofitting into this building that was already built. So that number is a conservative number. It may be slightly high. We might be able to get it done for a little less than that, but I believe that number will be able to get it done. I certainly don't want to budget for something and fall short by $30,000 or $40,000 and not be able to do it. So I know that number, I'm confident and comfortable that we'll be able to get that sprinkler system in for that number that was quoted.
All right. And I don't disagree with you as far as the need, though the need that's there right now has probably been the same need that's been in place as long as the school has been open. My second question is, why is that something?
Can I just follow up to that?
Sure.
Okay, from my perspective, right, in terms of trying to know everything about a district this big in 4 and really 5 towns when you include Hampstead, right? So, when you find something out, the window's this big, right? It's the time to do something. Very similar to the transformers. You're right. We could be living with a situation that's not ideal, maybe a little risky, but I can't find an ounce of common sense that tells me we shouldn't have a sprinkler system in that building, now that I know about it. Right? Now, you would say you should have known about that 2 years ago, Mr. Superintendent. Well, I didn't. I'm just telling you. That's the honest truth.
And I don't want you to think that's my point either.
No, but I'm telling you, when the window's, the window's the window. So I'm telling you, I believe we need a sprinkler system in that school ASAP. So that's why. But anyway.